Hey, Simba, what is happening? How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Started just a couple minutes early here. I hadn't been on in a couple weeks, so. Haley Beth, how you doing, Haley Beth? Good to see you, Simba. Hey, Heather, how you doing? Good to see you. Haley Beth, good to see you. Hope you're doing all right. Doing good, Haley? Right on. Right on. You ready for the show today? Hey, Evelyn, how you doing? Chipster, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you, buddy. Simba. There we go. Coach, what's happening, Coach? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Coach. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Looking forward to talking to you tonight. Spaceship building. Hey, Sarah, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for stopping in. Tonight we got the Three Brushkateers. Woot! That's right. Woot! I'm doing well, Sarah. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hadn't been on a couple weeks. We didn't have a show last week. Hey, Eric, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you. There's some Eric the airbrush artist work right there. Right there behind us. Right there. Laura Jane, how you doing, lady? Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you for the heart me, Eric. I appreciate it. Hey, Stitch! How you doing, Stitch? What do you say, can do? Doing good, Eric. I just hadn't been live, man. I'm doing good. I've just been doing the show. I hadn't been doing the other lives, but that's going to switch up soon here, hopefully. Good to see you, Stitch. Good to see you. Hey, Monique. How you doing, Mo? Good to see you, Mo. Hope you're doing all right. What do you say, can do? Got all the good folks in here. Good to see y'all. I appreciate you coming in. Yes, welcome in. Welcome in. I'm doing good, Mo. I'm doing good. It is absolutely storming outside right now. So if something happens and the feed gets cut or the internet goes out or whatever, we'll get these guys rescheduled. I think we'll be fine. But it was storming pretty good. Spurs! How you doing, Spurs? Good to see you. Good to see you. I hadn't been on in 2 weeks. I missed all of y'all. Yes, yes. Thank you for the repost. Thank you for the likes. We appreciate it. Thank you for the shares. Flutterby! How you doing, Kim? Good to see everybody. It's great to see everybody. Hey, Lost, how you doing, man? Good to see you, sir. It's been a couple weeks. We didn't have a show last week, and so I hadn't been on since the previous show 2 weeks ago. Hey, Sonia, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you, E. Appreciate you, Eric. Everybody's doing okay, I hope. I agree, Spurs. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing all right. My poor wifey had the crud, but I've managed to dodge it so far. We'll see what happens. I felt a little crummy, but not too bad. One of our guests is not feeling well tonight as well. Harold is not feeling great, but I think we'll be all right. He's not going to have his camera on, but we'll be able to do the thing. Hope everybody's no kidding, Laura. Right? Cross your fingers. Hope everybody's doing all right. If you can, go ahead and send Haley up, and we'll get this party started. I came on just a few minutes early in case there were glitches because I hadn't been on so long. Oh, Sarah, thank you so much. Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome, Sarah. Thank you. Yeah,
Hold on.
Lilu is amazing. That was a good one. That was a good one. Bones Bam, how you doing? Haley Beth, how are you doing?
Good. I've been good.
You've been good? What did you do this week?
Just diamond hearted.
You diamond arted. Are you still working on the diamond art house?
Total fail.
Oh no, you decided not to do the house?
I will get back to it.
Okay, is it sitting with the dog, the puppy that you were working on? The house and the puppy are together now?
No.
Thank you, Stitch. All right. Well, you know who we got on this evening?
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready to go?
Yep.
All right, Haley Beth, do your thing.
Hi, welcome to the Hold on. Hi, welcome to the Ginn Project Show. My name is Haley Beth, and I'm the owner of Haley Dot. I'm a diamond dot artist. I have a show every Friday night at 6:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tonight, the featured artist is the Three Brushkateers. Let's start the show again.
Thank you, Haley Beth. Haley Beth has a show on Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can check her out. Usually it's a lot of fun. We hang out. Sometimes she plays games. Usually I just go over there and give her the business for a little while, mess with her some. So thank you, Haley Beth. Good job. Appreciate it. Appreciate you, Laura. This is some Laura Beth. Holy cow. This is some Laura Jane art right here. You might notice Laura down in the chat. Please give her a like or go check out some of her stuff and do a like on it. She puts a lot of work into making this show happen, y'all. So, and she does not get any credit at all, hardly. So, check that out. Isn't that cool? Some Laura Jane art. If I don't call her Laura Beth. We just met, though. We're just getting to know each other. Here's another one. I like this one because it could be any direction. You don't know. You think it's like that, but it could have been like this. Yeah, we don't know. And we got our plates made. For those that hadn't seen them, we got the plates made. It's all got my fingerprints on it. Plates made for the guitars. Looks kind of cool. Check that out, y'all. And then this is what it looks like on the guitar. There's a black one. I think they came out pretty nice. So every once in a while, maybe we'll send one of those to somebody who got some being made. We'll see how long it takes. Pretty cool, though. I've been making progress. I'm hoping to get back down here in the shop. And, you painted a guitar, Mo? Right on. And, get back at it, y'all. Get back at it is the plan. It is so good to see everyone. Severed Art, good to see you. I would encourage y'all, I can't say too much because I don't want to get a restriction before the guest, but there's this place that you can go. Laura did a lot of work, and the Ginn Project Show now has a spot, and it has some stuff you can pick up there, including, let me show you this. There's also a shirt that has Kira Wilson's image on it. That she did for the show. So let me show you here. Click on that. And they will also be available without the Ginn Project there. It'll have her signature there instead of the Ginn Project. And there's the crow and mic, the microphone painting that she did. Pretty awesome. So if you get a chance, run by the Ginn Project spot there and check it out. There is also a collaborators section, and you will find some amazing people there, like Severed Art, Laura Jane, Kira, Haley Beth, Ashman, and others. So I would encourage you to run by. You just click on the collaborators tab, and then you can see there's all our pals. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to scroll it down. Yeah, there we go. There's Kira, there's Kevin, there's Laura, there's S.A., Severed, Haley Beth. They're all on there. So I would encourage you, if you get an opportunity, run by there and just check it out. See what we got going on. Laura put a lot of work into getting all that up and running. Yes, and give us feedback. Let us know what you think. Laura even went in and made like the drop down tabs, that purple color that we like, and yeah, We got all the collaborators for the guitars in there, and then the show itself, the Ginn Project Show, has its own page, and there's a little banner in there what has all the pictures of the folks involved with the show, and a little bio on each one of them. So I would encourage you to run by there, check it out, see what you can find. Let's not forget our buddy Ashman. If you get a chance, run by and check out Ashman. He's got a spot too. Really good stuff. Great guy. And right now he's spending a whole lot of time working, trying to take care of his family. So he doesn't have nearly as much time to do the social media stuff. So if you can, just run by. He's still making posts occasionally. Run by over there and put some likes on his stuff and give him a little bit of support. He's always supporting us. Let's give him a little bit of support. Tonight we got the Three Brushkateers on, and I'm looking forward to this, y'all. The Three Brushkateers. Hey, Flex, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Good to see you. The Three Brushkateers. Thank you, Sever. Thank you, MC. Consist of MC, who was right there, and Coach, who is in here as well, and Harold, who I got a call from, and he's not feeling great tonight. He's not going to have his camera on, but he will be here with us. Hey, Jason, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. So I appreciate everybody coming in and supporting. It's good to see you all. I came on a couple minutes early just because I missed y'all. Good to see you, Harold. Good to see you. So I tell you what, Coach, are you in here, Coach? He was in here. Coach was in here. Hey, Ferris. Yes. Okay. Well, look, y'all, Harold isn't feeling great. He was kind enough to call me and give me a heads up. He's not going to have his camera on tonight because he's probably, got some stuff going on with his cold. But if y'all are ready, go ahead and send them up and we will kick this thing off. These are busy gentlemen, and we got all three of them together in one spot, and we're going to take full advantage of it while we got them here. Look at this. All right, so first thing we're going to do, gentlemen, is we're going to do a mic check. So let's start with MC. Can we hear you, MC?
Can you hear me?
I can see you and I can hear you, you handsome son of a... Never mind. Coach.
Hello.
I got you, and I can see you. How you doing, Coach? You are also
Wonderful.
a handsome son of a... Never mind. Harold.
Testing
doing, Harold?
1 2. Testing 1 2.
Let me
Yes,
do
sir,
something
we
with my
got you, buddy.
lighting here. I don't like my...
We're going to have to pretend like you're handsome, Harold, because we don't get to see you right now. So
That's right.
we're just going to say that you're handsome, Harold.
That's right. We can do that.
He is.
You'll have to prove it to him later.
He's all right.
Yeah.
It is good
He's
to see you,
presentable.
gentlemen. I very much appreciate y'all being willing to come on.
Thanks for having us.
I
Thank
know
you, dear.
that
Thank you bunch.
absolutely. We lost Harold. We'll get him back. Send him back up. So, fellas, it is storming at my house. If we happen to lose power or internet and this feed were to cut, I'm just going to reschedule you in a couple weeks. Don't worry about it. We'll get you back in. I don't think that's going to happen, but just in case if I disappear, we have a plan. We'll get you back on.
Yeah. All right.
Coach and MC are veterans of this show. Y'all been on here a few times.
Absolutely.
And it's always a lot of fun. I always really look forward to having you guys because there just aren't a lot of people that do things the way that y'all do it. And y'all give back to your community. Y'all help out other artists along the way. You're collaborative with each other. The Three Brushkateers is a collaboration. You're a pet lover, which we support 100%. So it's an honor to have you gentlemen on. I love getting an opportunity to speak with y'all and see what y'all have been up to. And I hear y'all have been up to a lot. I know your painting has been amazing. You got 51 shows you've done with the Brushkateers. You got your 1 year anniversary coming up on the 16th. And then you dragged this dude in here. What is that all about? Can y'all give me a little bit of background on this guy before we let him say anything? I feel comfortable with y'all in here, but I don't know about this dude from Mississippi y'all dragged in here. he got an accent kind of like mine.
Yeah.
I believe yours is a little stronger than mine, Ginn.
I believe you're right. MC, what are your?
Go ahead, Ginn. Go ahead.
No, I think you're about to go there. I was just going to say we're just going to start it off because Harold hadn't been on, so we're just going to give a little bit of y'all's take on Harold, and I'll talk a little bit because of the conversation we had yesterday, and then we're going to switch it over into Three Brushkateers. But we gotta talk about the new kid a little bit.
Oh, absolutely.
He just got on TikTok yesterday, I believe. So, MC, could you please tell us about Harold a little bit?
Harold was one of the first people, along with Coach, who I started watching when I was going to learn to paint. And at that time, Harold was on about every night, at least 6 nights a week. And I watched Harold practically every night. And then when Coach was on, I would swap back and forth, and hang out. And I learned a lot from both of these guys. And Harold, in the meantime, I become part of this community that Harold was building. It really, again, it's like what you've got going here. We're all in this, right? I mean, you've created that same community, and a lot of the people that are in your community are in our community. So we're all together in this, right?
Right. Well, yeah, anyway, we all kind of together create, put the effort into creating community, I think. Yeah, collectively.
Yeah. And Harold got sick, and we lost Harold for about a year. And
almost all the way lost him.
Yeah. It was really touch and go. But in that year's time, Coach and I, we painted together all the time, and we didn't want that community that Harold basically was building, we didn't want that to die. So Coach and I sort of did our part to keep it going. And it wasn't just us, but I mean, we did our part to make sure that what Harold built didn't fade away. And when Harold came back and started to, get back into things and stuff, Coach and I had been painting together for a couple of years or better, and we decided, hey, Harold needs to get back to painting. We admire and respect him so much. Let's make him a part of what we're doing on Sunday afternoon. And that became the Three Brushkateers. So, but we wouldn't do it without, we had to bring Harold in. I'll let Coach throw his part in there. That's the way I see it anyway.
So what I just heard was you kind of felt obligated. No, I'm kidding. He did something that made you feel like always. You needed to.
You always read my mind, man. I can't get anything past you, man.
Oh, that's awesome. Coach, what's your thoughts, Coach? I'll bastardize those two. Don't worry.
No worries. I'm in a really weird spot because how often do people get to participate with somebody that taught them what they're doing every single week? And that's basically what me and MC are getting to do because like I said, Harold had it going on, and we were watching his videos, we were watching his paintings. All you had to do was ask the man. I got my famous wall of paintings here, and this one right here is one where Mr. Harold taught me how to paint grass. I called him, or I messaged him, said, I can't paint grass. Can you teach me how to paint grass? He sent me the brush that he painted with and taught me how to paint grass. He will help you paint anything you want at any time you want. And that's to get to be with him once a week to do our little thing is it's pretty awesome.
Well,
It is.
you know,
It mostly is.
I knew that y'all were friends, and it was kind of obvious to me when y'all brought him on Sundays. You know what I mean? Like, y'all don't just have anybody on, so,
Right.
which I completely
No.
support 100% and understand 100%, just to be clear. But I had a sense that, you know, you guys were in some ways kind of carrying the torch. And I think we should acknowledge that y'all did a really great job of that. Y'all did a really cool thing. I also have had people that I've done shows with that have had to come and go for life happens, man. Life is tough. It's not easy for anybody. And so the fact that y'all kind of kept a place warm for him and had the respect and appreciation that you do, and I believe that the genesis of that is he just simply was a nice guy. He was just trying to help you out. It really is that simple. There was no strings attached. There was no added, extra anything added in there. You asked a question and he sent you the brush and answered it for you.
There it is. Yep.
And it's hard to criticize that.
That is her.
Right? You know what I mean?
So.
It's hard
It's
hard to criticize that.
Yeah.
That's a pretty nice guy.
And
So
I say this often, Ginn. I say this a lot, and Coach and Harold, they always puts them in an awkward spot, I know, and that's kind of why I do it. But you know, these guys were my mentors. See, I watched both of them, and so they were my mentors, still are. And so I say it all the time. How lucky can a person be to get to spend every Sunday with your mentors, hanging out? And that's what a great life, man. I'm telling you, that's awesome.
I feel you on
and
that,
they truly are.
I'm blown away by getting to talk to you guys, or getting to get the artists that I get to work with on the various projects. Every day I'm shocked. Like, wow, you kind of have that. I don't really belong here, but all right. you know, you're kind of looking over your shoulder like, how did I get here? But yeah, man. The thing that I like about it, the thing that came out about it is Chad and I, and Ash and I, and of course Laura and Kira and all the folks that are involved with the show. That's the intention. The intent is to elevate people within the community, whoever they might be. If they're serious about what they're doing and they're willing to help other people out, then we try to. That's what the show's about. Once a week. So essentially, it was created to highlight people exactly like you guys. I mean, y'all are the prototypical why we would do the show. You know, some guy. Coach has a real life job and real life responsibilities and molds kids into future adults. MC spent 30 years terrorizing the public with guitars and microphones and other things. And painting is something y'all both kind of came to and just started taking more and more and more seriously, the way I understand it. And now you guys are the same inspiration. I hear other people talking about you guys the way you were just talking about Harold. And I can talk that way about you guys because y'all are, look, I can give you an example. Ash and I'd spent several hours working on this thought on a guitar that I was going to try out. And the diplomat here, I asked, to his credit, hey, what are your thoughts? And the diplomat said, they've been doing that for a long time. They're going to feel that. And it was a little area just here, inside where the player would feel it.
Oh, yeah.
And
I remember that.
And I see that as collaboration. I see that as helping each other out. He took his experience and his knowledge from all those years of touring and pretty quickly was able to go, hey, Ginn, that's not going to work, man. You don't want to do that. And some people will tell you some stuff, right? but they certainly won't do it with grace. And they certainly won't do it with coming from a place in their heart that they actually care about you. Excuse me. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm fighting one off too. But so where I'm going with that is, y'all put your money where your mouth is. You actually invest of yourselves into your fellow human beings. And I really can't give a higher compliment than that. That's how I know you guys. That's how I'm aware of y'all. Is y'all were, as Mr. Rogers used to say, the helpers. When I looked around and tried to look at people out there that were helping other artists, that work collaboratively, that work kind of kindly, it's you guys. And what y'all are saying is some of that came from this guy down in the corner who was so arrogant he won't even turn his camera on.
I know.
I'm totally kidding, y'all. I'm totally kidding. So Harold, we're about to switch gears here into the Three Brushkateers, but do you care to share any thoughts on what these gentlemen had to say about you?
Well, they're too kind. I mean, that's basically it. They're awesome. They're awesome men, and I'm very honored to know them. I'm very honored to get to paint with them every Sunday. We did a round table thing on Wednesday nights, and it went from it went from a friendship into a family organism, if you will. Man, we've been through a lot again. We come up with this idea of, designing brushes, and boom, there it is. They're being made today. And
So
we don't know what the future holds for us. We really don't, because I don't want to bring religion into your program, but we don't know what God's got in store for us. And
Roger that.
Life changes daily, But so far the one constant has been, for me, support from people on TikTok. I don't even want to start calling names because I'll forget somebody. I know I will. I mean, there's just been so many along the way. And if I tried to call names, I know I'd forget somebody. That's just how many there's been.
I understand.
These two individuals here are, like I said, Coach and MC, or they're above and beyond exceptional. They push me. They make me better. Okay. Paint with them on Sundays, I know that if I'm not on top of my game, I'm gonna be sucking hind tits, so to speak. So they
always on their game. They always on their game.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know about that, but
they push me, and I appreciate that. After my accident, when I finally did get to come back, my shoulders and my hands were really, really weak. My heart was suffering, but I didn't give up. I kept pushing myself. And then they invited me into this Brushkateer thing, which, for them it was Fun Day Sunday.
Right.
And it still is Fun Day Sunday, but now it's just the Three Brushkateers was born out of that. And we man, we have a ball on Sundays. We just get in there, we paint, we clown. I mean, it's a fun time.
I've had an opportunity over the past couple of years to talk to each of you individually. The first time I got to talk to Harold individually was yesterday. But I can tell each of you that when I talked to Coach, he was very complimentary of Harold and MC and others, of course. And when I talked to MC, he was very complimentary of Coach and Harold. And when I talked to Harold, he was complimentary of MC and Coach. So
Yeah.
I
Well,
like that. I like that the relationship is based on respect, because I believe that it doesn't matter what your beliefs are, your background, where you're from, how much money you got, whatever. If you treat people with respect, you'll get a lot further, first of all. But you also end
absolutely.
up getting to collaborate with men like these.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
and that I think sets a good example, is where I'm going with it. You know, coach is a leader by virtue. It's right in the title, right? Right. You could see it right under his chin right there. But there's a lot more that goes into coaching than just X's and O's, especially the age group that Coach is dealing with. You are molding lives. You are giving them some basic critical thinking skills that will help move them forward in their life, in my opinion. And in a lot of ways, Coach, you're doing the same thing with your platform on TikTok. You use your platform on TikTok to be able to do a very similar thing, in my opinion. Now, that's just an observation, and you might tell me I'm full of it, but that's what it looks like from the outside looking in.
I understand that completely, and I even think more so with painting wise, because I for whatever reason I enjoy showing, whether I'm doing it right or wrong, teaching people how to find the fun in what we're doing. And yeah, it's I guess just being a constant teacher, but it's when you got the support that you have around you, it makes it fun to do it every day, and it's not like it's work, it's more like it's play. So
And you can see that. You can see you guys look forward to y'all's time together. You know, it's obvious,
Oh yeah.
which is a good thing.
Oh yeah.
absolutely.
It is
So
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
so you bring the guy from Mississippi back into the fold after he tries to unalive himself multiple times, you know, by a series of unfortunate events.
Right.
But
Yeah.
so then you get him back. Y'all start doing the show. You're a year in now. You've been doing it for a year. You've got 50 plus shows now that you've done together. And it has become a thing unto itself. So
Yes. Yeah.
how did this paintbrush thing evolve out of that?
MC, go ahead. You go first.
Well, we all three had, well, as you said, Ginn, you know, we've all hung around and painted together and so on, and all that hanging out and everything. We've been invariably, all three of us, in a nice way, complained about a certain tool, right? It's like, man, I wish somebody come up with it, you know.
What was it? The
Like
same brush for all of you? It was a different brush for each of you, but the same
a
thought
different
process.
brush.
Gotcha. That's what I thought.
Yeah,
Okay.
Coach had, you know, Coach for a long time was looking for a script liner, okay, and Harold. Now Harold, before we came along, Harold was looking for a particular flat brush, an angle brush. I'll let Harold tell about it. And then I was looking for I call it a bustle brush. It's a oval, and I use it to make. I call it bustle. We call it bustle, and it's just bushes and thickets and things and like that. And I call it bustle. Anyway, so a while back in our talking and so on, we decided, like, what are we complaining about? Let's just, you know, hell, we'll just make our own, right? Let's just make our own. Let's make the brush we want.
Of course.
In a, you know, I mean, really, in it, just in a simpler way of putting it, that's basically what it was. And so I designed the brush I wanted. Coach did that, and Harold did.
That dude
So
builds spaceships. a brush ain't gonna be out of his wheelhouse.
I mean, you're talking about a guy. Oh yeah, he builds guitars out of Legos. I mean, come
He took a
on.
pallet. Yeah, he took a pallet from behind a Winn-Dixie and carved it into a guitar.
This is a guy that builds his own. He makes his own canvas, makes his own
Yeah.
oil paints. But I'm not gonna. I'll let Coach can tell you all that. But anyway, that's kind of where it all came from. Then, right there, it was like, hey, what are we complaining about? We just make our own, you know.
So
And because we were the Brushkateers, you know, we decided like. And I'll add one more thing, and then I'll let Coach and Harold take over. But look, we made these brushes again because they're designed to make the technique that we use. They're designed for you, even you, Ken, can paint a lot easier with our brushes. We've designed them that way because we know what doesn't work, right? Between us three in the past 4 years or so, between us three, we've got almost 3,000 paintings. That's a lot of hours on the canvas. We know we know what not to do, right? We know way more about what not to do than what to do. But
I feel you.
at the core, we all three have said many times to each other in our different phone conversations over these brushes. You know, well, it works for me, but will it work for you? Yeah. Or will it work for Laura James or Eve or anybody? We want to make the process easier for you. And I think I don't think it, I know for a fact. These brushes will make you a better artist. And we're going to be holding you back as yourself. All right.
Got to use them. Yep.
Anyway, that's what I got to say about it. Go ahead, Coach. I'm just babbling.
Well, I guess I've been known to complain a time or two about some of the tools that we use. I've probably got over 50 different script liners, and all of them, in my opinion, are trash. I would use them once, and they would not do what we needed to do. So that was the problem I wanted to solve was how can I get a script liner to do what we need to do, and with the help of these guys and everything else, we were able to put one together that I use every week, and I can't find a whole lot to complain about. So I'm excited to see these coming together. Yeah, I've literally got just hundreds of different brushes that I don't like, and I'm not just saying that because we made it. I mean, we made it so that it's going to work. It's going to make the technique work. So pretty neat idea.
Yes, and y'all all had. I love that y'all all had a similar issue, so to speak. There was something in your painting that wasn't going the way you wanted because of the tools that you had, and the crew chief in me loves the fact that y'all were like, "Well, I'll just build something."
Exactly.
I mean, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yep.
It's amazing. So Harold, so Coach, you've got a script liner is what you're calling it, a script liner type brush.
Yep.
Oh, tiny and sharp, huh?
Yeah. Yep. It's made out of sable, and that's one of the things is we wanted it longer and we wanted to be able to hold more paint, but it will still keep that fine tip, and you hold it back and you can just do all kinds of little dainty brushes, tree limbs, and all kinds of good little details with it. Right on.
MC, which kind of brush was the one that you? What is that called?
It's actually real name is an oval. It's a 1-inch oval. You can see it from the side there, and from the front. I call it the Brussels brush.
MC's Brussels brush. I love it.
Brussels brush. Now, here's what a regular oval looks like. Okay. All right. Okay. I've got mine has an extra long handle on it.
It looks like a tighter, rounded top too.
It is. It's tighter. to make to allow for a little more springiness in the bristle. Now this is natural hog hair, but in the technique, for those of you who are not familiar with the technique we do, every layer you put down is a thinner. The layer that goes on top has to be thinner. So your bottom layer pulls the paint. You don't, when you're adding paint on the top of a thicker layer, you want this paint here, this paint that's going on top has to be thinner. It's this bottom layer of paint that's pulling that paint out from the brush. You're not putting it in, you're letting the thicker paint pull it out. So I experimented around with these bristles, got the right, just got them to be right where the paint stays in here, but yet easily pulls off. The longer handle is for when a person is painting, and you tend to tap harder the closer you are to the hosel, right? When you get up to the canvas, you're going to hit harder.
That's interesting.
You don't want to do that. Not with that technique. You want a lot of paint, light touch. When you hold the brush, the further out you hold the brush, the lighter you tap the canvas. It automatically does it. So that's my bustle brush. That's what I.
Yours is a 1-inch oval-ish, and it's hog hair, you said, and I'm assuming that's because you want that thistle kind of look, that bristly look you're talking about. That makes sense to me. And Coach, yours was sable, which I'm assuming is softer and will lay it down a little smoother, a little easier.
It is softer, but it also will keep its springiness. So it'll hold that lot of paint. It won't just, for lack of better terms, it won't just flop over and not give you what you need.
Right. So what you were looking for was bristles that would stick a good ways out, but would hold a pretty good sized load of paint.
Correct.
So you could. I got you.
Correct. Yep.
And so there's two of the kinds of brushes in the set. Is Harold's, I'm assuming, even different from those two?
Yep.
Which is awesome because now you got a full set. All right, Harold, you're up, man.
Well, my brush was a. Let me see how to put it. If you watch a wet on wet painter, I don't care who it is. It can be me, Coach, MC, Bob Ross, Nick Hankins, whoever you watch. If you watch a wet on wet painter long enough, you're going to hear them make the term, use the corner of the brush. That it's a common term. Use the corner of the brush. Well, brushes don't normally have a corner. I mean, they're just not built to have a corner. Well, the engineer in me said, let's put a corner in a brush. So I said, the 1 inch is a little too small sometimes, and the 2 inch is a little too big sometimes. So if you could drop down and get like 1.5 inches and then build an angle into the brush to where it actually had a corner, it would just automatically stick out. When you go to use the corner of the brush, well, there it is. I mean, you actually see the corner of the brush. And it's a natural hair hog bristle, and it blends out bottom of clouds. I mean, it does a lot of things, but it really helps when you come to blending clouds. When you want to get in those little tight places, when you're pulling the color out on a mountain. It also does bushes and trees really good. I mean, all three of these brushes, they were built with a purpose. They were built to make the wet on wet technique easier for the person that's using it. And we didn't want to just go on Spotify and pick out 3 brushes and, that were built in China and put our name on them. That's not what we wanted to do. We wanted to build 3 brushes that would work, that are durable, that are worth what you got to pay for them. Money ain't easy to come by these days. The economy is not in the best shape in the world. So if you're going to spend money on something, you want it to last.
Yes.
And, we understand that. We're users and consumers. Even though we designed it, we still use it. And
that's why you designed it.
Yeah. I will not call any names. I promise you that. But I have used some other artists' brushes in the past that I thought, yeah, I got to get one of them, and I got it, and the thing just blew apart. They broke. The bristles wasn't what they were supposed to be. It just. But like I said, I will not call any names. I'm not going to badmouth anybody else's brushes just to promote ours. I would never do that.
I understand.
But I have, I guess, let me see how to say this. I don't want to make it sound like I did more than these 2 guys, because it's a joint effort. But I found the brush maker, and I got on the phone with the guy, and they'll tell you, Coach and MC both will tell you. And I found a guy that was willing to work with us. And I guess since it was me that was talking with him, he sent me the prototypes. So I have all 3 of the brushes.
Right on.
I have my brush, I have MC's brush, and I have Coach's, and they're not fortunate enough to have each. So what we did was we did a lot of back and forth talking and videoing. I would send them videos of me using the brush, and say, hey, is this what you wanted to do? And the first few, Coach and MC both was like, man, look, if you like it, I'm sure we will. But the thing of it is, it wasn't my design. I didn't design MC's brush. MC designed his brush. So after about the 3rd, I would say after about the 3rd set of prototypes this dude sent me, we hit on the ones that are in production now. And I have not been gentle with these brushes again. I've been putting them through the ringer. When I wash them, when I use them, I'm not babying them, because I know when they get out there in the public's hands, the public ain't gonna baby them. They gonna want something that works, and these brushes hold up. The bustle brush,
made in the USA.
Yeah, they're USA made. The bustle brush that MC calls it, that 1-inch oval, it does exactly how the man described it. He designed it to release paint, and it's got a 10-inch handle. You can move back on that handle and kind of ease up on your pressure, because if you don't, when you get to the highlighting part of wet on wet, too much pressure will cause mud. And that is a big, big problem in the wet on wet world, is mud. Making mud. We've all done it. to sit there with a script liner that's got a little bitty short hairs, and you trying to do, long trees and limbs, and it don't work. Well, the brush Coach designed, man, it's the only one on my easel now.
You can do the tall pine trees with it, huh?
Absolutely.
With the long limbs. But that's the purpose of loading that paint up on it, right? Is so that you don't have to remove the brush from the canvas and then return it with a loaded brush. If I understand, I'm not a painter.
It's going to hold a lot more. Yes, sir.
Makes sense. Where it made sense to me is like cutting in a room. I don't paint the same way that y'all did, but I used to do some other stuff, and you would use the corner of a brush to paint to cut in rooms and doorways and windowsills. And in fact, I've taken paintbrushes and cut them at an angle so that I can for that reason. And I'm not a painter like you guys, but I have seen. It does make sense to me where y'all are going, and like I said, the crew chief in me absolutely loves it. Ezra digs it too. So these are in production. How do the folks get their hands on them? How do I get a set of them?
Well, once we get on in our hands, we're going to have a couple ways of marketing, and right now we haven't really nailed down a specific marketing strategy, but you can get them from us individually.
Right on.
We've talked about doing a couple other things that we haven't done yet, but you'll be able to get them.
Well, they'll be available maybe individually or in sets. Then it sounds like
it's a set.
It's a set.
It's a set. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. It's a set of three then. Okay, I understand. I got you. Okay.
Yeah. You will need the set.
Gotcha.
I mean, an individual brush will be. I mean, you'll like the individual, but if you have the set and you do this technique, you will realize quickly how all three brushes work together in order to do the technique. So you wouldn't want just one. You wouldn't want just a bustle brush, or just the angle brush.
It's a set. That makes
sense.
sense.
You would need Coach's script, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So you would do like the trunks of the mains, trunks and the limbs of the trees with Coaches. You do the bristly, the brush stuff with yours, and then you do some blending and some things like that with Harold's, if I'm understanding correctly.
All three have different uses. Absolutely.
That's awesome. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Do you? Someone in Lilu's asking, do you know how many cookies a set will be, or donuts, or do you know yet? If you don't, that's okay.
Yeah, we've got a pretty good idea. I won't say yet what's set, but we've got a very, very good idea of what they'll be. Under 1,000.
Okay, that seems fair.
I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna have to save up
for
a while.
That's for one brush. That's for one brush.
Yeah. Well, we have ideas too on. Like Harold said, we've got some ideas on how we're going to market them, but we're kind of holding off on where we go. We don't want to market something that you ain't got in the hand, right?
Yeah.
We ain't going to, not going to say that this is going to be available here when I don't even have them yet, right? But once we get them, things will happen. You will all know. We'll let you all know.
Chasing those damn hogs down takes a minute, though. Trying to catch the hogs and get them to give up the hair and all that. You gotta have like special feed, and it's just the whole thing, man. And the sables are quick. You want to pull a few hairs off a sable.
Rascals.
There's dudes out there.
Hey, I've been drugged across the pig pen more than once here. It ain't no fun.
This dude's out there in the woods with a pair of scissors running down hogs, and wild
I
hogs.
believe it. I believe it. I'm surprised they don't come with like venison handles or something.
Exactly.
Like a jerky handle, like a venison jerky handle, maybe.
Well, now we did design. Each brush has a round handle.
Thank you.
And the reason I like a round handle, I can't speak for Coach and MC, but the reason I like a round handle is when I'm painting, I like to spin that brush sometimes with my thumb. And if you've got a square or a oblong, funny shaped handle, it's hard to spin that brush like that. You just can't do it hardly. It's awful feeling. And
Gotcha.
then we went with a nickel ferrule, just because it looks better. We didn't want to put a gold looking ferrule on there, because once that paint goes to peeling off that gold, it's just unattractive, and it looks cheap. So
seems like the nickel would be more durable too.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. We there was a lot of behind the scenes work went into them. I mean, it ain't just
Right.
Let's call this guy and get 3 brushes made and sell them. It wasn't that. It was. Man, there was many phone calls and conferences, and it's been about 6-7 months in the making here,
And it's 3 experts in their field, in their craft, taking their knowledge, taking their experience, and putting it into practice. It kind of reminds me many eons ago, back in a whole nother century, when I was in the Air Force, out on the flight line, there were Snap-on trucks, and the Snap-on guy would make you a tool on the spot. If you had something going on and you were lucky enough to catch the Snap-on guy there, they would actually make you what you needed. And I remember being an 18, 19-year-old kid thinking that was the coolest thing ever. Like, man, you know how many days I spent under my car working on it with the wrong tools? Because that's what I had. And now these guys will make you what you need. So being a woodworker now, the tools matter. They really do. And that experience in my shop would be, I might get a cheap version of a tool to figure out how to use it or how it works or something, to see if I really needed it or whatever. And then when I figured out what I needed, you go get the real version. And you're cutting all that out for people. You've done all the experimenting. Yeah. You've put all the time in trying to figure this stuff out. So y'all are really bending for someone like me, right? I'm not a painter. I have no aspirations to be a painter, but I do enjoy like the time that I did lessons with Eve. I really enjoyed that, and I'll do it again if she'll have me at some point. And part of the reason I wanted to do that those couple times was to get a feel for what y'all are going through. The people that are going to be putting the artwork on the guitars that I do. I wanted to have a sense in my head of what that actually meant. And so, for example, we discovered this shop is really dry. It's a woodworking shop. And we were using acrylic paint. And before I could get the paint across the canvas, it's drying.
It's already dry.
Fast drying. So there was like a whole set of problems Eve had to kind of figure out in order for me to be able to paint in the environment that I'm in. And that's going to include like a wet thing that I forget what a wet palette I think is what it's called. And I saved some microwave dinner plates that we're going to make wet pallets out of for the next time. But the point that I'm making is another benefit that they get if they buy these brushes is they're buying the experience that you guys have put into them. They don't have to do the trial and error and figure out what they need. You guys have done all of that. And if they want to do landscapes, if they want to do the style or types of things that y'all are doing, then you're giving them the tool that can help them bend that curve.
This will make it easier. Yes.
Yes, it will.
Put in the practice, and this will make it easier. Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
that would make it funner. That, you know, like the reason I was saying that I don't have aspirations to be a painter is I think there's a lot of people that would enjoy doing something, but it doesn't mean they want to do it as their profession. And what y'all are doing would exactly help those people too, right? The people that are professionals that know what they want, they're going to understand. They're going to understand why your brushes are good and why they need them. But people that aren't familiar with painting, that don't know what they're doing, y'all are going to bend the curve and make them better painters, essentially, faster.
That's kind of the idea, and it makes the technique easier for us too. Every Sunday that we're painting, it's not like Harold said, we're not trying to make just something that we're putting our name on. These are tools that we use every Sunday that make us better painters ourselves as well.
Yes. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, man, is y'all didn't hire somebody to build out your idea. You collaborated with them to build out your idea. There was a back and forth. Y'all didn't just send them a script and say, here's what I want, and send it to me when you're done. It was a true collaborative, make modifications, make changes, let's get it right kind of thing.
Yeah, so, all the way down to the logo and the script that's going to be on the brush. You know, we talked about that. You know, did we want the brush to say Three Brushkateers or the Three Brushkateers? And, you know, we hashed that out. We wanted to say the, because
it's the Ginn Project. I get you, man. You know, I understand.
But what's cool about this is we don't ever make a decision where all three of us do not agree on that decision. There's never been a decision made where the three of us are not on the same page.
And it's not a majority rule kind of thing either. If one of us don't want it, none of us do.
Yep.
I mean, that's, you know, we don't do the two outraised one. That don't work, because what you end up with right there is, you know, it can create a problem down the road, and it's so unavoidable. I mean, it's so avoidable right now to just not do it, you know? I mean,
well, you know, there's three of y'all. So the problem that you're going to have is if you put it on an even number, when you divide it up, there's going to be a 1 penny left over. Yep. And y'all are going to be left to fight over every set of brushes. There's going to be 1 penny. And what I recommend that you do is just rotate it. Somebody gets that extra penny each time. And then the next time MC will get it. And the next time Coach gets it. And then y'all don't have to fight over that extra penny.
There you go.
Well, see, all the...
I'm just here to solve problems, gentlemen. I'm just here to solve problems.
All of the finances and you know, everything like that was discussed. It was all handled, you know, in agreement. The minimum amount of brushes we had to buy, we knew up front, and then when we finally got a cost on them, we knew how much we'd have to go in, you know, each person. We knew that when these brushes are shipped, we knew that, you know, how many sets is going to Coach, how many sets is coming to me, and how many sets are going to MC. We already know this, and it's all equal.
Oh, wait a minute now. I got to decide which one of y'all to order from?
Nope. You don't.
I'm not going to be able to do
that. You don't have to decide at all. I can make it easy. I can make it easy for you. You just order it from me.
I heard that.
Well, you don't have to. It's decided for you.
I heard that.
Well, no, it don't really matter who you order it from. That's the thing. It's the Three Brushkateers. So if you buy the brushes from MC, and MC runs low, and ain't nobody buying them from me, I'll just send them on to MC. It ain't like it's gonna be no hurt feelings because you don't order them from Harold. or you don't order them from Coach, or you don't order them from MC.
I don't know. Coach gets pretty mad. Coach is a pretty volatile dude, man.
We trying to polish him up a
He is
little
a coach, you know.
He's a coach.
We trying to polish him up a little bit.
Well, so do you have an estimation, like months or weeks, of when they might be coming available?
We hope in the middle of September or closer, maybe toward the end of September.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on.
So definitely before Christmas, we hope.
Spurs has the right idea. Spurs, look at what Spurs just said. She's got the perfect idea. Just order a set from each of us. That solves the problem.
I like the way Spurs is thinking. Makes a lot of sense.
Well done, Spurs. Well done.
We can always catch on. You can always count on Spurs. That lady's brilliant.
Absolutely.
You're right. She got some good ideas. I tend to go along with some of Spurs' ideas, actually. Full disclosure. So, look, I have no idea what y'all. Oh, please, sir.
Go ahead, Ginn. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, MC. It's your show, buddy.
I was
Please.
just going to say, hey, we've got this Sunday. I wanted to mention that this Sunday, you kind of mentioned it earlier in the show. This Sunday is our 1 year anniversary. The 16th coming up here Sunday. It is our 1 year anniversary, our 52nd show with Harold. And we're hoping everybody to come and hang out with us this Sunday.
What time?
We would really appreciate it just to have you all there. 2 o'clock Central, 2 p.m. Central. Even if it's just to come in and say hi. But hey, just come and hang out with us. We always have a good time. This is a special one, so there'll probably be a painting or two given away. We've got a special guest for Sunday as well.
You got a guest?
And no, we do have. Hey, we've had guests.
We've had some pretty big deal in the world of wet on wet painting join us.
Well, I've heard. Now I'm glad y'all brought that up, because I actually knew the answer to that. I was playing a little bit coy there, gentlemen. My understanding is Painting with Harold has brought a couple people to the mix that y'all might have a little bit of admiration for.
100%, yes.
Oh, yeah. Nick Hankins,
well, tell us.
Nick Hankins hung out with us. We actually recently did a whole Nick Hankins series of painting.
Now he's a painter?
Joy of Painting series on PBS. He hosts the Joy of Painting. He took over for Bob Ross.
Took over for Bob Ross, yeah.
Man. So wait, how many of y'all are certified Bob Ross instructors?
Just Harold.
Me.
So Harold is a certified Bob Ross instructor, and y'all are hanging out with the guy that took over for Bob Ross. Am I understanding this correctly?
Yeah, he was
you guys are something else.
Paul Ranson was a certified Ross instructor as well, and he's joined our show.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that's
Paul Ranson.
Pretty awesome.
And he was also. Well, go ahead, Harold. You tell about Nick.
Well, Nick was my instructor when I went to Florida for my 3 weeks of certification. And, we had talked about doing one of Nick's paintings, and I thought, well, why don't I just get on the phone and get Nick to come in there and just, kind of shock these two fellas and it worked. I got them both.
That was an experience, right?
Oh my God!
Somebody you really like shows up.
I got when I invited Paul Ranson in. Paul came in and MC was like, I don't even know what to call you. I said,
no.
I said, the hell, call him Paul. That's his name.
How How about his name? I get it. I feel like that when y'all show up, so I get it.
But he,
Oh, good gosh.
you know, I was just in a spot to where I could invite both of those guys up because I've had dealings with them in the past.
Right.
But now I'm also the kind of individual I ain't scared to ask nobody. I don't care who they are. You know, I'll reach out to them. I'll be like, look, you know, we fixing to honor you, you know, and do one of your paintings. The least you can do is just stop by and say something, you know, just say hey to us or something. And, you know, if that individual chooses not to, well, you know, that's on them.
But again, I don't mean to take over you, Harold. But for me, those two gentlemen that he brought into our show are. I mean, I've watched hundreds of hours of videos, learning every single thing they do. That was my life for 3 years, watching these guys, and for me to look up and see them in the same screen as me was just. It was. I mean, it was unreal.
I bet. It'd be like Warren Haynes walking in my shop or something.
Right.
You know,
absolutely.
Or, you know,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute, what are you doing here?
Yep.
Well, I know it. I know at some point, payback's coming. I've been fortunate enough to get these guys twice, so I know that payback's coming. I just don't know when, and I'm always looking over my shoulder because you know I don't know what they're up to next.
You better lock your doors. That's all I know.
Actually, like MC mentioned, you know, this Sunday we've got a guest. It's a young man he's very well known in the painting community. He's got millions of subscribers across all social platforms. His name is Paint with Josh. He's a little different than we are. He paints different types of scenes than we normally paint. But he did a landscape a couple weeks ago that just, I mean, it really spoke to me. And you know, I mentioned it to MC and Coach, you know, why not let's do that for our 1 year anniversary. And we actually reached out to Josh, and I sent him a message and I said, look, man, you know, we want to do one of your paintings on our show Sunday. It's our 1 year anniversary, but we'd like to know that you would at least come by and hang out with us a little bit. And he agreed to it, and so he'll be there this Sunday. So that's, you know, I've got these guys the third time. So I know good and
I think you should lock your doors, buddy. I'm just saying.
I'm sleeping with one eye open. I'll say it that way.
There you go.
You got a guy that's toured all over the place, and another dude that builds spaceships and stuff. So you know they can come up with a contraption to trap you. Probably like some kind of Wile E. Coyote trap. You know, closes up on a box and ships you to Alaska.
There you go.
Exactly.
Hey, Chow.
I mean, I'm definitely waiting, and I don't know what to expect, but I do know when it happens, it's going to be pretty classic.
I would imagine. Well, so there's 3 different brushes. There's these gentlemen here, the Three Brushkateers. You can catch them on Sundays at 2:00 Central. That's 3:00 Eastern time. This week they're going to have Paint with Josh joining them. So 2 Central, and 3 Eastern. And Paint with Josh will be joining them this weekend. They've got some brushes coming out mid-September, towards the end of September. It looks like the time frame that those are going to come out. Y'all said y'all have a marketing strategy and y'all are working on that. I'm just going to let you know we have a website at the Ginn Project, and we have a collaborator section. And I'm happy to put a link in there if y'all are interested. If you're not going to hurt my feelings. There's also a Ginn Project Show section that we could put it on, a link on, and then there's also a community section that we do. So there's 3 different areas that we have on the page. If y'all are interested, where we could put your a link to your brushes.
Appreciate it.
Oh,
Yeah, that's awesome.
If that would be helpful in the future. If not, as always, no worries. It's just an offer. No, you ain't gonna hurt my feelings. It's all good.
yeah.
So, gentlemen,
awesome,
is there
Jeff.
anything that we didn't cover that we would like to cover today? Did we get to everything? Did I miss anything?
Well, Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Central, we do our roundtable.
Okay.
And that's us away from the canvas. We're we're actually not painting. We're just sitting there on camera, taking questions from people, shucking and jiving, just having a good time.
Will MC be there?
Yep.
And Coach?
Yep.
Oh man, I can't. That's too much. That's too much.
Coach does a show. Coach does a single show on Thursdays, and his show this Thursday it's gonna be pretty special. Everything that he's using, he made. The canvas, the paints, the brushes.
It's a big Thursday, 6:00 Central.
Yep. Everything he uses is it's in this painting is stuff that he actually made, primitive type stuff like caveman crap.
Yep. Sticks and hog hair tied together to make the brushes and stuff. It's gonna be awesome.
Right on. The crushed up walnuts for your purple paint.
Pretty much, yes. Pretty much.
I love it.
You're not kidding. Yep.
No, I'm not. The husk, not the actual walnut, the husk part.
A bone for a palette knife. I mean, it's the real deal, primitive wise. Yep.
They both paint on Monday nights with Eve, and
that's Music Monday.
Yep.
Yes.
And then MC and Eve paint again on Tuesdays, and what's become known as the McDoubles.
Yes, right before this show.
Now, my situation kind of changed about a month and a half, 2 months ago. I'm no longer in the studio I had. So I don't really have a set schedule again now. That's something I gotta, once I get back out and get a place of my own, I got to, get back to where I got a set schedule. But, I mean, I went live on TikTok the other day, just during the day. I never did that, but I did it. I filmed a YouTube video the other night. I just did it. So, I don't have a set schedule. And that's kind of, it makes it hard for the people that want to watch, because they don't ever know when you're going to be on. And I know that. But, right now, all I ask is that they just be patient with me and give me time I'll be back on a schedule. Trust me. I'll get back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But
I similarly, I haven't done a live in 2 weeks since the last Ginn Project show. Just other stuff going on. I get it, man. Life be lifing sometimes.
Yep.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
We're easy to find, I guess, is my point. Just about 3-4 nights out of every week, you can catch us doing something.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you look at Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and Thursday night, you're going to see one of us. And then some of those nights, you're going to see all 3 of us.
Kind of sounds like a threat, Harold.
Well, exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's exactly what it is.
Really nice place you got here. It'd be a real shame if these 3 guys showed up and.
That's exactly what it is. It's a threat. I always be on the lookout, because you never know. when Coach, MC, or Harold is going to be there. So,
Yes,
you
sir.
never know. And then, of course, we got Sunday. So right now, Friday and Saturday is about the only 2 days that, we don't just say, yes, we'll be there. But you never know.
Right.
You may pop on TikTok on Friday and there Harold is painting. Or there MC is. Or Coach. I mean, you never know. So
turn on your notifications, folks. That's what the man's telling you. Turn on your notifications.
Yeah, you got to be, you the first thing you got to do is follow and, be notified. If you're interested. I'm not saying you got to follow me by no means. I'm not saying you got to follow these two guys by no means, but
you definitely don't want to follow me. You're telling where I'll end up. You never know where I'm going.
Well, that's just it. Following me, it's like the blind leading the blind. Because I tell everybody every time I pick up a paintbrush and I'm painting, I tell them, don't watch just me. Don't just watch Harold. Watch all these other painters that are out there because you're gonna be able to pick up different techniques from each one of them. And if you can incorporate all of those techniques into you, well, look how much better a painter that's gonna make you. And some painters out there are selfish. They'll say, "Don't watch nobody but me." Well, I'm not like that. I don't think MC and Coach are. We all realize that, I don't watch just one person. I watch a bunch of different people. And I'll put their techniques into my technique if I have to. Because it just helps my bag of repertoire to grow, So,
yes, sir. Well, I agree, Eve. If MC starts running, I'm running, but I can't really run very. It don't do me a lot of good to run with a fused ankle. I'm not very fast, so the bear would eat. I'm going to be the one eaten by the bear. I'm not going to run. We're just gonna have to fight, and so MC will be able to get away because I'll be fighting.
Got to show you that again. You talked about the spaceship. There you go.
Yes, y'all. That is the spaceship that this man built. It is a guitar. Yes, it plays. Yes, it plays.
When you talked about that, I had the biggest smile on my face. I'm sorry, I had to show it.
No, I love it, man. I love it. I dig it. I like the palette one too. It's cool, man. Just the concept.
Thank you.
Y'all, man. Like what I do. Of course, I would love it. right? Like it ain't even fair, man. You ain't even being fair, Coach. I gotta love you, man.
No worries.
Ain't even being fair. Well, gentlemen. I really do appreciate y'all coming on again, and Harold for the first time, and look, I feel like what y'all do is important, and the reason I feel it's important is multi-layered. But to simplify, having men out there moving with kindness and compassion, but you also come with accountability and competence. I think it's important. And I just dig the way you guys do your thing, if that makes sense. The way you treat people, the way you interact with people, the way you handle your business. I just appreciate it. And I think it's important. I think that, this world is built on guys like y'all that see a problem and come up with a solution for it. That's the real stuff right there, in my opinion. That's the good stuff. And what you're doing is trying to make yourself better, but also trying to help those people around you be better as well, for those that are interested in doing so.
Absolutely.
And it isn't everybody that will give that lifeline. I've seen so many people that climbed out of terrible places and then pulled up the ladder behind themselves. And you guys don't do that. And I have so much respect for you because of that. As y'all know, I used to work in the social work field and teach and stuff, so I can connect with Coach kind of for those reasons. I have some appreciation of some of the stuff that he probably goes through. And MC toured for a long time, and he's got a lot of experience under his belt, and he uses that to help other people. Coach uses his experience to help other people. And both of these men have attested that Harold does the same thing. That's why they're here. So my hat's off to you, gentlemen. I have a lot of respect for the way you treat people and the way you handle your business, and the fact that you keep trying to get better at what you do. I think that matters. I think y'all are setting a wonderful example for other folks out there, young and old. And I will be ordering a set of brushes. I hope that other folks will do the same. I'm not going to tell you who I would order them from. But I will when the brushes come available. So this is going to be a little confusing, but I think we can pull this off. Coach, what's your favorite color?
Red.
MC, what's your favorite color?
Blue.
Blue? And Harold, what's your favorite color?
Well, my favorite colors, if you mixed them two together, is purple.
There you go.
Me too. All right, guys. So if we can, it's a little more complicated this week, but I believe in you guys. I know that y'all can do this. We want red. There we go, Spurs. There we go. We want red, purple, and blue hearts in the chat. If y'all could, please take a couple screenshots so I could eventually send these to these guys. In fact, I've still got some for Flex I need to send to him in the last week. But please, that's it. Look at that, y'all.
That's awesome. That's
Red,
awesome.
blue, and purple. Red, blue, and purple. The Three Brushkateers, you can catch them on Sunday at 2 p.m. Central, which is 3 o'clock Eastern. This week, they're going to have Paint with Josh on. That should be incredible. On Mondays, you can catch Eve and MC doing their thing, Music Mondays. And Coach, you're there on Mondays, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay, and then on Tuesdays is MC and Eve, and then on what was the Wednesday or Thursday? Coach paints on Thursday nights, and that's at 6 Central, and then at 7 p.m. on Wednesday is when they have their round table. So 7 p.m. Central Wednesday is the round table. Thursday is Coach. Monday is Music Monday.
Yep.
And Tuesday is MC and Eve, and then Sunday is the big one with all
The
you
Three
guys.
Brushkateers. Yep.
The Three
Absolutely.
Brushkateers. I think I got that, and I got them written down, so we'll keep shouting those out.
You
for
did.
y'all
That's awesome.
in the coming shows.
And it wears me out thinking about it, yeah.
please support these guys. These men actually put time in their community and their fellow artists and their fellow human beings, and that's one of the reasons I believe in them so much. Is they're what I consider a force multiplier. You guys are the kind of people that go out there and y'all help other people that end up helping other people. And that is something that we don't know where it goes. And I believe that's how you change the world. I believe that's how you make this world a better place is one thing at a time, just like that. So thank you, gentlemen. I really appreciate you coming on.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for all the hearts. Thank you.
Look forward to having you on again.
Thank you, man.
I'm sure we'll get you back at some point. And
Thank
we'll
you
have
for
to get
having us.
Harold his solo thing here down in a few months when he gets everything sorted out. I really appreciate you, gentlemen. Thank you for what you do, the work that you do, and let us know when your brushes are available, and we will put the word out as much as we can. And I will be ordering a set from y'all. It might take me a while at $1,000 a set. I'm probably gonna have to save up for that. Coach, you got anything before we go?
Thank you so much for having me on once again. This is what you do again is absolutely awesome, and I'm 100% honored to be a part of this. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, man. Very kind of you. MC, what you got, buddy?
You know what, Ginn? I've mentioned this before, the times that I've been on here, but just remember this. You'll go far in life if you just remember to have respect, honor, honesty, loyalty, and love. Those 5 things will take you throughout life successfully. Practice those, and you got her made, man.
Yes, sir. Good advice. Harold, what you got for us? We're going to let you close it out for us, Harold.
Well, I'd just like to say thank you for having us on, giving us the
Oh, yes,
opportunity to discuss what we do. We thank you for building us up like you did and saying such nice things about us. And
Just telling the truth, brother.
guys, like I close out every show I ever do, and it comes from my heart when I say it. I love each and every one of you guys, but God loves you more. And I mean that when I say it. I don't just say it to be saying it. Y'all the reason we do what we do.
Thank you, Harold. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, Coach. Thank you so much, MC.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. It was a wonderful time. Really enjoyed it. Turn on your notifications for these gentlemen. You can catch them most nights of the week. And they also hang out sometimes with people like Eve. Be careful. Be very careful. Coach, thank you, sir. MC, thank you.
Thank you.
Harold, thank you. Gentlemen.
Thank you,
It
man.
was awesome.
Thanks everybody in the chat for supporting. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. We really appreciate y'all. Couldn't do it without you. So thank you so much, everyone in the chat. A special thanks to Laura, who makes this whole thing work. So thank you, Laura. Appreciate everybody. Much love to
Great
y'all.
show.
Take care.
Great
Please
show.
support these gentlemen. They're good dudes.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Bye, everybody. Bye, everybody. You don't want to let me hang up, y'all. Bye, everybody.